separate address. Hi everybody, thank you Buzz, thank you for a lovely speech, and thanks for your help in putting on such a brilliant day. I don't do any weekend seminars, so my speech might not be quite so well put together. But if it goes well, then maybe that's a new opening for me. So my wife and I would like to thank everybody for coming. As Buzz mentioned, we've had people from all over the place, USA, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Italy, so thanks very much for making the effort. And of course everyone who came over the Tamar, I know it's a big effort. Thanks very much. And it's been a great day so far, isn't it? I mean, it's been a bit cold, but we've made the most of it, and you've still got the main event to come, Paddy Barker's Best Man. So, as Buzz mentioned, it's been great to be part of the Hopkins family over the last, how long have I been here now? 4 years. I've been with Gabby for 8, and living with Buzz and Chrissy and Dan has been a real experience. It's been very good fun. They had to put up with me coming downstairs at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, going, "Can we turn Homes Under the Hammer off because Chelsea are playing?" What? That's no good. But thank you very much for everything today, Buzz, and for my mum and dad as well. Literally everything you see before you, including Gabby and I, wouldn't be possible without our parents. So thank you very much for
very true.
To my mum and dad, David and Sue, just thank you for everything, bringing me up over the last 28 years or so. I think I've had a perfect childhood, to be honest. I think that can't really fault it. I mean, how can you fault parents who will take you out of school for a month to go travelling across America? And we even went to Las Vegas, which was good fun, but I think I want to go back. So, there are a few people within my family who aren't here today. My grandparents, my nanny, Mary Hodge, my gran, Cynthia Toseland, and my granddad, Tony Toseland. I know they'd be having the best time. And Brian, you'd have been outdone by my gran today. The bridesmaids, Claire Noble, who's been absolutely fantastic in looking after Gabby, Chloe, Barry and Harriet Wolf over there, who look absolutely gorgeous, and of course my little cousins Anya and Cara Goff. I hope you like the necklaces that you're wearing. Normally at this point we would hand out a present, but they've already got it on, so you can show it off. And I know if organising a wedding is hard, organising a hen do sounds like hell. To my groomsmen and my helpers, Tom Wallace, David Williams, Dan Hopkins over there, and our Master of Ceremonies, Matthew. Thanks for everything today. You really kept me calm listening to our old school hip hop this morning. That was a perfect way to prepare for a wedding, so thanks very much. People have helped make this day happen. For Buzz and Chrissy have made all that chutney that you've got in front of you. So despite everything else that goes in planning a wedding, they were slaving away making chutney, so that's pretty good work, isn't it? Thanks to Amelia for doing all the girls' makeup this morning. Thank you very much. To Brian, who's having a rest after a pretty hellish afternoon. And I don't know if she's here somewhere, but to Chloe from Fulham Palace, who's helped us put this all together. So thanks very much. And of course, to Chris, our vicar today. Thanks very much. I know it meant a great deal to Gabby to have the same person that baptised her to marry her today, so it's a real thank you very much. So I think I've got to talk about my wife now. So I was never really going to be ready to see what Gabby would look like today, and I wasn't too nervous, but I was getting pretty nervous at the time when that music started. And then that music carried on. And then that music carried on a bit longer. And Paddy was banning me from turning around, and I'm thinking, is she here? Is she here? What's going on? And then she turned up, and literally all my nerves went away when I saw her. And I think that's a perfect testament to how amazing she looks today, and how amazing you've been over the last 8 years or so. She's very patient. We got engaged after being together 7 years, so good work on the patience, darling. And especially given that I've not been too romantic over the years, I have to say. I've already seen my ask for permission in the toilet. Before then, I'll tell you about mine and Gabby's first date. So, we met... We've already got a laugh over that. We met at Love Nest with this Bar Students' Union on pink nights, if I remember rightly. And then I had my friends telling me about the 2-day rule, so don't text her for 2 days. Don't seem too keen, you don't text her for 2 days. So I didn't text her for 2 days, and I texted her. I said, why don't we go for a meal, go to the cinema, because if it doesn't go well at the cinema, you don't have to actually talk to the dean. So we go to the cinema, and then see how it goes, right? So that was the plan. So I was a bit nervous, almost as nervous as I am now. And I went to, my idea of a meal, growing up in Falmouth, is spoons, pint of pasty, right? So we went to Wetherspoons, which in Bath is next door to the cinema, but I'd already eaten, which is bad news. So I only needed some chips. I only need some chips, so you get what you like. You get stuff, and then we thought, well, let's go and watch it. Wasn't going terribly well, so let's go to cinema. So what's on? It wasn't really Oscar season, there wasn't a great deal on. But Rocky 6 was on. Rocky Balboa.
Rocky 6.
So we sat and watched Rocky 6, which was, I think, one of the finest cinematic efforts of our time. And then we thought, well, it was going alright, we even had a kiss. And so Gabby said, why don't we carry on? Why don't we go clubbing or something? Well, I've run out of money now. What are we going to do now? So thankfully Gabby paid for me. And it went along from there, so thanks very much for paying. And then, after going out for maybe 4 or 5 weeks or something like that, I was due to go back to Falmouth for the weekend. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll see if, big step, but maybe I'll see if my new girlfriend wants to come down to Falmouth. So I ring up my mum, and I say, Mum, I've got a question, do you mind if I bring someone down for the weekend? And Mum goes, I don't know, I'm not sure. And I'm like, Mum, come on, I'm 20 years old, you can handle me having a girlfriend, for goodness sake. And it was only then when I realised that we got down, it was because she booked Jamie Oliver's restaurant in Newquay, the 15 restaurant, Watergate Bay. And we had to shuffle things around to get 4 of us in instead of 3, which means we ate lunch at about 11 o'clock in the morning. So it was worth it. But that wasn't probably the scariest bit for Gabby. The scariest bit for Gabby was the Sunday lunch. The Sunday lunch involved all of my family. All of my family that live in Cornwall. So we had Mum and Dad, we had me and Gabby obviously, we had Helen, Stephen, Anya and Cara, and my grandparents who I mentioned earlier. And I'll never forget Anya, who's over there, bridesmaids, age 14, now age 6, going, where's James's girlfriend? I think she did absolutely run at that point. Thankfully, he stayed here. I was glad he didn't scare you the most. Well, I can see that. But we obviously lasted, and we even lasted long distance for a while, which, if you've done it, isn't easy, but we made it. And then I made the decision to propose. Asked Buzz in the toilet, you've heard. And then I had this very good, I thought was a grand plan to propose on New Year's Day. So we did all the New Year's stuff, and we would go for a lovely walk. And we maybe even bring their dog, Ollie, who I forgot to mention, sorry, I love living with Ollie. And I thought we'd even bring the dog, and we go for a walk along Wimbledon Common, and go up to a bit up there where you can see all over London. At that point, I'd get on one knee, and everything would be romantic. It'd be like Love Actually all over again, right? And it was absolutely... it was boring. So that, I couldn't go to go, oh, should we just go for a walk? I don't really think she'd have really said yes. So I thought, well, what am I going to do now? And I thought about putting it off, but then, you've got an idea in your mind, you don't know what to do. And I spoke to my dad, and he convinced me just to do it. So it was at home by a pile of washing. And I got down on one knee, and I opened the box, and the ring fell out of the body underneath the clothes horse of washing. It was so romantic. But thankfully, she said yes, and over the last year or so, we've been planning this wedding, and everything we envisaged is coming true today. And over that time, Gabby's also been studying and working hard at her uni work and juggling a few different jobs here and there, and also doing everything you can see before you, like that painting where all the table plans is. Gabby made that. Paintings in the bar, she made that. She's been absolutely amazing at putting these things together. So, thank you very much. I'd just like to end my speech with a toast, firstly to the bridesmaids. And secondly, to my wife, Gabby Toseland. Now, I used to work as a journalist in Falmouth before I moved here. And I once told this man a very important lesson, which was, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Now, I'd like to think that he's put that to good use here, so I'll hand you over to my best man, Andrew Paddy Barker.